Hello and welcome to my channel Crafting with me, Indiana Jones. Today I'm going to do some altered books, but it's actually going to be a session that was led by a friend of mine, Gizelle, at our local library. Please check your local library this summer and throughout the year for wonderful crafting events all year long. Without further ado, here is my friend Gizelle leading us in a session of altered books.
Some techniques on actually how to alter a book. And when we talk about altering a book, I know that sometimes people are a little bit hesitant because it makes them cringe that you're taking a book and you're quote unquote destroying the book. But we're not destroying the book. What we're doing is we're giving an old book new life. That's the way I like to think about it. And we're creating art out of it so that other people could enjoy it. So now this book that is like this, you now have the ability to create just beautiful, beautiful artwork. This took me over a year to complete. And the reason was that I started doing it and I was doubting myself and saying, I'm not an artist. Why am I making this altered book? I didn't like the way it looked. I wasn't getting inspiration. And it was because I had taken an altered book workshop with a very gifted artist. And her altered books are absolutely beautiful and stunning. And it's like, I wanted my books to look like hers. But they weren't going to look like her because I'm not her. So once I got through that mind block of saying, you know what, my book does not have to look like her books. Because at the end of the day, I can create something and I can be inspired to create something. And mine can also be nice. And then once I got rid of that, and then I started thinking, I'm not a fine artist, so I really can't paint. But I can do collage, so that's what I started to do. Really, what these are your ability to do collage. But basically, it's to do whatever you want. If you paint in your altered book. If you draw in your altered book. If you want to do collage. You can do literally whatever it is that you want. Once you alter a book, it becomes an art piece. So you can call yourselves artists because that's what you're going to be creating. You're going to be creating art. If you want to share the art, you can. If you want to just keep it to yourselves, you can do that too. But yeah, it's just amazing. Once you get inspiration, what you can do and what you can create. So it's like little gathering, I guess, of pages that are sewn into the binding of the book. These are the kind of books you want to actually use when you're doing altered book work. The reason for that is because when you start, you'll notice, for some it's really bulky because you'll start gluing your pages together and it just gets super bulky. And what happens is that you put a lot of stress on the binding of the book. So if you have glued in pages, the book has the tendency to kind of fall apart as you add to it. Sewn in signatures the books tend to hold up a little bit better.
So here you can see that the book that was chosen for me does have the pages sewn in, and those I guess they're groupings of pages. They're called signatures, and you rip out the signatures to make more space for the pages that you're going to create. Because they need to be fortified, this is what is called creating underwear, believe it or not. And what you do is you decoupage little pieces of paper or tissue onto the page to fortify and make it stronger. It actually feels like they're cardboard after you do that because it's pages upon pages, and you use probably around 3 or 4 book pages plus the ripped up little pieces of paper that you decoupage on top of the paper gives it additional fortification. Now, this is the page that I made at the library, and I'm going to continue by creating another set of pages right here with the wonderful, supervision of my little Luna here. Now, the first thing that you see that I'll be doing is I'm going to fortify that one page by gluing 2 or 3 more pages to that page just so that it's a little stronger. Now, the one mistake that I forgot to do was to add the underwear. So, I have no underwear. No, not I have no underwear. My book, my altered book, doesn't have what they call underwear, which is just the decoupaging of pages upon pages and to fortify it and make it stronger. But that's okay. We'll continue with this, these 2 pages. Now, as you can see, I took that one napkin apart, and I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you have a 2-ply napkin, the under napkin or the under tissue also has a little bit of design on it, and that's what I noticed with this black and white design. I don't know if you can see it, it's very faint, but I like the effect that it has on that page. Now I'm going to continue to add some tissue paper, and I guess this is a very light creation of underwear, but you really should add little bits and pieces of pages, or you can use music sheets or whatever. I have to tell you, I was very impressed because the library supplied us with everything to work on these books, on these altered books at the library itself. They had tissue, they had papers, they had the books themselves, everything. Now, these items are the items that I have here at home, and I just received these beautiful dried flowers. So I wanted to feature them here today. These beautiful pressed flowers came to me from Amazon, and I couldn't think of a better project than an altered book. But not only that, these are food safe, so you can even decorate cupcakes, cakes, whatever you'd like. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity of using these perhaps in a decorated cake, or maybe little cupcakes for my friends, something really special. I would really like to do something special with these flowers. So they are very delicate, but as you can see, they're also pretty sturdy, because I would think you would use a tweezer, but no, you can use your fingers so they don't fall apart right away. And all I'm using, as you can see there, is a little bit of Mod Podge, and I'm gluing the flowers straight onto my page. Now, after I glue them, I do take the moment to cover it in parchment paper and use my little iron to make sure that they're flattened and that they're added, and that the glue really adheres to those beautiful flowers. But look at these beautiful, adorable peonies. Can you imagine a cake decorated with these peonies, or creating scones with the peonies on top? They are so beautiful. They also had the set of wildflowers, but as you can see, they're so fun to work with, and the colors are so bright and beautiful, and it is such a big pack of flowers. I literally think I will have these going all throughout spring. I really wish I had these for some spring crafts. I was thinking also of using them with resin and creating some jewelry or even some bookmarks. So keep your eyes open. I might come up with some other ideas to use these beautiful dried flowers. So I will keep these ready for spring, and also to create maybe some gifts for Christmas. I think I would really love to make some jewelry or even some keychains with these beautiful flowers for Christmas. But if you're interested, please check the link below for the Amazon product list so you can see these beautiful flowers for yourself. And if you'd been looking for flowers, I mean, look, this one is so jam-packed with a variety of beautiful dried flowers. And like I said, I was very happy to see that they didn't disintegrate the minute I held them in my hands. I know I should have used tweezers, couldn't find them, but I was just happy to see that they, although they were very delicate, they are also pretty sturdy and easy to use in my craft. Now, I forgot to mention those lovely Gibson Girls were stickers that I found on Temu. And here you can see that this is what I do just to secure those little flowers. I did bend one of the branches there, one of the stems, but that's okay. It looks fine. But I always like to finish things off with a quick ironing just to make sure everything is in place and glued down properly. These little butterfly stickers are also from Temu, and they were perfect. Now, the best thing about creating your own art book or altered book is you can get pieces of everything from everywhere. Like these stickers, you know that these are from the Dollar Tree and they work just fine, and you just put together whatever it is that you like. Now, I really had no direction. I wish I had a theme. I guess this is like an enchanted garden theme, and there's some these beautiful little teacup and saucer stickers. I also got those from Dollar Tree. So I just wanted something very flowery and feminine to include these lovely flowers as you see here, and I really did have a lot of fun with these. So I hope that you can incorporate a little bit of time to either create an altered book, but most importantly, check out your local library for the different events that are going on during the summer. Not only do they have things for children, they do have events for adults as well, whether it's a book club or even a crafting club. And if you're a crafter, you might want to go ahead and offer yourself. That's one of the things I did after this session, was offer to come back and provide a class or a session for either adults or children. So I'm trying to come up with ideas of what I can do with all the items they have, especially with the books that they have, because the books that they have there are going to eventually be thrown out. They're either several copies of it or they're just getting rid of it. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out is that the library may have books that they're going to get rid of, and you might as well go and see what they have. Look at this beautiful one, the secret staircase. I mean, this is so cottagecore. It's almost like, and even it had this picture in there, which I thought was beautiful, but it even looks like something from, oh gosh, that lady that does the Beatrix Potter, there she is. And look, they even had old music sheets. So if you need pages or if you need, paper, you might as well go and check out the library. Look at this nursery rhymes and songs book. I love it. This is from like the late 60s. Look at I love the artwork in there. And again, just check out your library. Ask if they have any books that they're going to get rid of, because you can use them for different products. And look at this. This book I fell in love with. I am not going to touch this because the book is from 1841, I believe. And it is just stunning. And it happens to be a vignette of it's called The Christmas Wreath, and it's little vignettes of little stories about Christmas. Look at that cover. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's my stash from the library. Now let's take a look at all of the art books that Gizelle made and she showed as an example. Now this is her style of art. And again, it's not a matter of what looks right to you or to anybody else. It's what feels right for you. What do you like? And again, you shouldn't, as she said previously, you shouldn't be afraid to get started. Just start and see what you can create, because you never know what that will lead you to. Even if you feel you're not an artist, or even if you feel you're not necessarily a crafter, you have to do what makes you happy. And if one day you just want to sit down during the summer and have a quiet afternoon and just start creating, find one of these books at the library that they're going to get rid of anyway and start creating a little, you can either call it a junk journal, or you can create what they call, and these are altered books. The difference between an altered book and a junk journal is a junk journal, you actually do some journaling. And here, though, you're not necessarily journaling, you're using letters maybe and words that convey a feeling. So it is in a way journaling, but it's more about the art. So have fun with this. See if you can try to create one of your own. And again, I can't thank Gizelle enough for inviting me to this wonderful session. Here's the whole gang of ladies that were crafting this morning. It was on a Saturday morning. We had so much fun. And remember to check out the library near you to see what events are going on. I also wanted to mention that this art session was completely free. So again, check out your local library for some summer fun. Thank you again for stopping by, and if you enjoyed this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. And I'll see you again right here very soon.